They walked in confident. They walked out in cuffs. These are the dumbest criminals caught robbing the worst possible targets. This is Crime Cam USA. This guy tried to rob a store with a toy gun while already drunk. At that point, it's less of a robbery and more of a very confusing bar crawl. Imagine stealing wine from the same store so many times the police literally set a trap for you. That's when you know the free samples are officially over. Four armed robbers picked an 80-year-old store owner and still lost the encounter. One moment the clerk is mopping the floor, the next moment he's wrestling a robber. Talk about multitasking on the job.
On video.
The moment the clerk jumped the counter and bailed, you could almost see the robber thinking, wait, that wasn't in the plan.
Very stupid. Best shout, mate. Yeah.
Yeah, go, Connie. Yeah, go on.
Yeah, give him a shout. Anything else?
Two. Is that it?
Is that everything? You want to shout your mate that?
Breaking the law is dumb enough, but doing it at B&M? That's a whole new level of sad. A normal morning at a Phoenix gas station turns into a nightmare when a gunman storms in. He locks the doors and forces everyone to the back, thinking he has full control. But moments later, one brave customer lunges at him, and suddenly the rest of the hostages jump in, overpowering the attacker before police arrive. Now that's why stores invest in security like this. Bulletproof glass and reinforced doors aren't cheap, but they do the job. In Hanley, a robber confronted a 76-year-old shop owner for the money in the register. What he didn't expect was her swinging a cane right back at him. You call that a knife? This is a knife! Inside a Nisa store on Blackmore Road, the suspect enters with a knife, but the manager responds with the closest thing available, a flying beer crate. Safe to say the robber didn't expect that reaction. Inside a store in Edinburgh, the suspect jumps the counter and threatens staff with an imitation gun. Instead of complying, the employees work together and pin him down until police arrive. Chaos inside a San Francisco coffee shop when a suspect attempts a robbery. The barista fights back, even after being sprayed with mace, and holds the man down for 7 minutes until officers show up.
Get out of the shop.
All that drama over a block of cheese. Somewhere out there, a sandwich is missing its main ingredient because this plan went sideways. The bodyguard dealt with them like it was just another Tuesday. I doubt this is Nike's first rodeo. This incredible scene unfolded in Spain, where a brave Senegalese migrant refused to stand by and managed to disarm an armed robber with nothing but determination.
Estate quieto. No, estate quieto. No, no.
The exit was only a few steps away, but so was security. And in this race, the shoplifter definitely didn't come out on top. Stealing baby formula is already a low move, but getting chased around Tesco with a metal basket? That's the moment the plan completely fell apart. Of all the places to try robbing, a funeral home full of grieving families has to be one of the lowest choices imaginable, and karma wasted no time catching up to him. Funny how most of these criminals instantly lose the ability to open a door when panic kicks in.
No. No.
Ring doorbell footage shows a FedEx driver delivering a package, then pausing for a second to make sure it isn't sitting out in the open. He carefully places it in a safer spot, making sure the homeowner's delivery stays protected.
No. Hey there. You got a package for you?
These situations escalate quickly, and nobody can guess how people nearby will react. That's why violence is always a gamble, and the safest path is still strong laws and trained security.
Cierra la puerta. Voy a ir. Esto te conozco a ti. Cierra la persiana.
Vale.
Cierra la persiana.
Empieza.
Cierra la persiana.
Vale.
Ciérrala.
Vale, vale. ¿Viste?
Ciérrala. Ciérrala ya.
Ok, tranquilo.
Ciérrala ya. Cierra la persiana y como... No. Que te clavo el cuchillo. No me el cuchillo te mato, Te mato, Cierra la persiana, merdosa. Que te clavo el cuchillo y te mato. Cierra la persiana.
Ese cuchillo abajo. Ese cuchillo abajo.
Eso abajo.
Sí, ese cuchillo abajo.
Tú me vas... O sea, que baja tú eso. Baja eso tú. Por golpe, pero yo te voy a matar. Y mira, pedazo de cuchillo. Te mato, Te mato.
Maybe she was in the kitchen cutting up some chicken and suddenly thought, you know what? I should go rob the corner store.
Dame lo que tengas en la caja y me largo. Vale. Te mato. Te lo he dicho, Te lo he dicho.
Failed the robbery and lost the mask too. That's embarrassing. "12-year-old Courage stole the show. He didn't flinch for a second. Courage doesn't check age. He wasn't aggressive, just confused, like the store put him in timeout.
Come on and walk. Foot smile, foot pursuit for Dillage. White female, gray top, blue brown hair. Towards Old Navy, trying to get in the car. Buick, get out, stop! Stop the vehicle, stop it! HBH 031, Mississippi. Go.
It was a what? Was it this?
I don't know where they went.
Thieves thought they could vanish into the streets, but a quick Samaritan tip led the cops right to them. Justice never takes a break.
Hey, my car is rolling, sir. Sorry, anything you say can be used against you in a court of law. You have the right to an attorney, have one present with you right. Clean board.
Your date of birth there.
I didn't take anything, sir. Take anything.
He tried a bold move, but splash. Hot water forced an early exit. Crime has a boiling point. When you're bold enough to commit a crime, you also become the star of your own evidence. They thought fleeing would erase their tracks, but slam. Evidence everywhere, cameras clicking, panic in the air. He thought he was about to walk out with free beer, but nope. The barrels had other plans. Lesson: never underestimate gravity. When danger shows up, even your day off doesn't count. Respect the quick reflexes.
I don't know that person. I don't know him. What are you talking about? No. What? You stop for? Stop me now, man. What? I saw someone. She hit me in my face. What's he doing?
Thought he could sprint off with the goods. Reality had other plans.
You lot on about fucking assaulting him for no reason, fam.
Don't leave nothing, bro.
Robbing a pawn shop in daylight? Bold or just forgetful? Teen brought a hammer, security brought the attitude. Guess what happened next?
I'm the security guard here.
The employee responds exactly how training intends. She escapes to a secure room and locks the door behind her. Flashing a loaded revolver in a Bronx bodega at 4:40 a.m. is already a terrible idea. Doing it next to two plainclothes cops? That's next-level poor timing.
Me ajudaram a tacar alguma coisa nele.
When the exit door is too obvious, apparently the ceiling becomes Plan B. Didn't work. A burger spot, two fearless employees, and one very bad decision. Safe to say this robber got served more than just fast food that day.
You can, yeah. You probably should, shouldn't you? All of it. Empty the bag out then. Empty the bag.
In this Kansas City sandwich shop, a gunman demands cash from the register. The employee barely raises his voice, calmly opens the drawer, and lets the robber take what he wants. No panic, no sudden moves, just a steady reaction caught clearly on camera. Who knew a serving cart could double as Crime Stopper gear? Perfect timing. Two thieves, one chaotic robbery, proof that shortcuts never work. Crime might seem fast, but life moves faster.
Hey, Joe. Looks like a D.
known as D?
I don't know.
Do you have a phone?
No.
No, I don't have a
Oh my god, you got crack pipes falling out all over the place.
Damn, Erica, you can't do that.
Shit.
I used to do that all the time.
No, you're.
That's what I do to
Damn.
keep me from stuff. I don't have a phone. It's certain.
You're missing something.
I don't have a phone. Sorry. I don't have a phone.
I'm not gonna.
There's a notebook up front. You want to take that picture? We'll add it in. Officially trespass.
She tried turning her pants into a meat locker. Unfortunately, lockers don't hide from cops.
Yeah, this has happened again. Video show.
They showed up full of bold energy like nothing could stop them. Except, you know, the law always catches up. Caught red-handed. Plot twist. The diamonds had better security than her getaway plan. He thought the jacket was his invisibility cloak. She thought otherwise. Nothing motivates thieves faster than the flashing lights of the law.
As well. It's not worth it! Get off!
Quick hands save the day. Meanwhile, the coworker is just yelling.
You don't want to get busted. Go away. Right.
The police is on its way, guys.
Come on, guys. Why you do like that?
When UR fog hits, even the boldest thieves turn into ghosts.
Go.
Body cam footage never lies. But oh, this is intense. Broad daylight in Milan's Via Orefici, a robber bags up nearly 68,000 euros worth of luxury watches, only to look up and see the entire police response waiting outside. Suddenly, the heist turns into a surrender.
Я не могу. Я же не открою, ты как домой такой. Я еще позвоню. Не бойся. Нас много не бывает.
The robber walked into a microloan office in Novosibirsk with a pistol and duct tape, thinking he had everything under control, until someone knocked on the door and his whole plan fell apart. The suspect pulled out a gun expecting fear, or instead he got the look of a man who's been through 4 tours in Iraq and clearly wasn't impressed. Watching 4 people struggle with machines they clearly can't lift is the moment the master plan quietly falls apart. Cameras capture the moment several suspects storm a convenience store in Carson, only for their getaway plan to collapse when law enforcement appears right in the middle of it. In just seconds, the situation flipped. One moment the robber is demanding money, saw the next, he's being pushed straight out of the store.
Southbound on River Road. Yep, we're southbound on River Road again. He's pulling out in traffic and about.
Okay.
I have a
gun, Dad. Don't get next to him.
He doesn't. They don't.
You
have
don't know
guns.
that.
They have not.
You
No, but
it ain't worth our lives.
You didn't see any weapons at all.
I didn't
I
see
have
any.
not seen weapons.
So go ahead and just tell me where he goes from.
Okay, we're passing 20.
Tons of officers
They're
in
gonna
the
go
area.
left here. They're trying to.
It's okay. We're gonna keep acting like they're gonna turn off, but they don't.
We're still South River Road.
I told you he ran behind some houses.
He ran
in a
into
cul-de-sac.
the backyard. It was
Yep.
a Brigham Road.
Anything else, okay?
Okay, and I
Okay.
Yes.
the
yes.
cops got him.
Cops got him. The cops got him.
Okay, I
Get out
need
of
you to
here.
do not
I'm
get
just
out of
get
the
out of
vehicle.
day right here. No, I'm gonna stay.
I'd
Yeah,
rather.
the guns are pointing towards us. Can we pull out of the way?
Just stop.
Yep.
They know that you are told them what kind of
Okay.
vehicle you're in. So just
Okay.
stay where
Yeah,
you're
they've
at.
got
so that
him.
we don't.
5 suspects from Texas thought they could quietly hit a Wells Fargo ATM in St. George, Utah. But a witness decided to follow them, turning their quick score into a group trip straight to jail.
There
Well,
should be
this-
another guy in the
this
car. There
ain't-
was 2 guys that got out of the car,
Yeah.
and only one. Yeah,
There
they
should be
got the
3
other
males
guy now.
total.
No,
Okay.
we only saw 2. We only.
You.
Perfect.
We're watching you on the camera. So
Okay.
just wait until is he walking up to you, or he's putting the
Off.
knife?
Thomas Powell tried to intimidate the cashier by pretending he had a weapon, but several Aldi customers quickly decided the robbery special of the day was a group takedown. Internet tutorials made it look easy. Break an ATM, get rich. In reality, the only thing they cracked was their future. Y'all, while staff were busy serving customers at the Queen's Head in Aylesbury, this opportunist decided the fastest thing on the menu was the charity tins sitting on the bar. Outside a West Columbus library, a grandfather with a cane saw a suspect running from police with a gun in his waistband, calmly stuck out his leg, and turned the escape into a trip straight into custody. The register probably had less than $1,000 total. Split 4 ways, that's about $250 each, and they risked 10 to 20 years in prison for it. The owner was upstairs taking photos of his Audi when someone decided to test the 420 horsepower engine in reverse. Unfortunately, the first thing it powered into was another vehicle. These guys didn't rob a bank, a jewelry store, or even a liquor shop. They broke in just to steal butter. That's either a crime or the world's strangest grocery run. Blink and you might miss it. Inside a Leicester jewelry store, a tray of bangles disappears into a concealed pouch in seconds. The move was quick. The prison sentence lasted much longer.
Yeah, we all can. Okay, all right. Okay, yes.
They locked the place down for a missing phone. And it turns out she had it all along. Classic twist.
They're coming, yes.
Where did it go? Surveillance from a nail salon in Studio City, Los Angeles shows how quickly the rings disappeared, taken while the suspect was sitting there getting a manicure. And the second that security smoke system activated, they realized the robbery was already doomed. Looks like it's both of y'all's first time doing this. Steal cider, ditch your friend, smash your car over a curb, and leave half the exhaust on the road. That bottle just became the most expensive drink ever. Six mall cops running in like the Avengers of retail security, and this kid still thought waving a hammer would end well for him. Turns out glass cases weren't the only thing getting smashed that night. Vancouver, Canada. The suspect managed to steal cash from a ticket machine. But while escaping, his pants got stuck on a metal fence. In the end, he ran off with the money, just not the pants. The moment that pepper spray landed, you could tell he realized the fight was over. Nothing ruins a robbery faster than suddenly not being able to see your own hands. 1 second it's a heist, the next it's a panic-filled escape room. Watch how quickly the situation flips. Thieves working on a scooter theft. Then a lorry driver blocks them in with his truck. With nowhere to go, the criminals decide it's time to leave.
Coming up, if you do what you're told. Get on the ground. On the ground.
Police chase in San Diego ends in the most awkward way possible. Suspect jumps a fence, pants get stuck, and the officers just walk up and finish the arrest. Imagine stealing wine from the same store so many times the police literally set a trap for you. That's when you know the free samples are officially over. The moment the clerk jumped the counter and bailed, you could almost see the robber thinking, wait, that wasn't in the plan. One moment the clerk is mopping the floor, the next moment he's wrestling a robber. Talk about multitasking on the job.
Call the police out. They're in the office in a minute.
Police are in there, so it's stupid, innit?
Very stupid. Better shout, mate. Yeah.
Yeah,
out.
sorry, fine. Yeah, go on.
Yeah, give him a shout. Anything else?
Is that it?
Is that everything?
Breaking the law is dumb enough, but doing it at B and M? That's a whole new level of sad. Now that's why stores invest in security like this. Bulletproof glass and reinforced doors aren't cheap, but they do the job. Turns out easy money isn't always so easy. And if you enjoyed watching Instant Karma catch up to these criminals, make sure to like and subscribe to CrimeCam USA for more. Tel Aviv, Israel. A masked robber storms into a Rolex dealer expecting a quick score, until the silent alarm is triggered and police show up in under 3 minutes. That robbery ended fast. Four customers walked in thinking they had the advantage. The clerk turned it into a solo action scene, and yeah, they lost. A would-be robber in Pennsylvania made it easy for investigators. He literally scoped out the shop on camera before returning to rob it in the exact same outfit. Not the smartest disguise. And sometimes criminals pick the wrong person. In Bendigo, Australia, the robber shows off a fake gun, and the clerk immediately knows it's a prop from the 1960s. Plan over. They went out for snacks and ended up starring in a live-action Worst Decisions Ever. Imagine your pants betraying you before the cops even get there. That's some instant karma.
These guys are fighting over a... Give her the backpack. Just let it go. One of you's got to let go. It's like a game of like Chinese checkers. Someone has to let go. Choppy. Oh! Wrestle time. Razzle. What a show. Security. She's earned it. Now they're talking. Wow. Oh, she's going. They're going. Now it's wrestling. Now they're wrestling. What am I supposed to be helping? I don't work here. Not my job. They're gonna make out.
I just want to get up.
I'm trying to call ringing.
Oh.
That fighting stance almost had me thinking she was the hero for a second, not the thief.
Why isn't she just leaving? Are they holding her?
That trip included browsing, bagging items, stealing, and a final stop in the back of a police cruiser. This guy tried to rob a store with a toy gun while already drunk. At that point, it's less of a robbery and more of a very confusing bar crawl. A normal morning at a Phoenix gas station turns into a nightmare when a gunman storms in. He locks the doors and forces everyone to the back, thinking he has full control. But moments later, one brave customer lunges at him, and suddenly the rest of the hostages jump in, overpowering the attacker before police arrive. He grabbed the loot and took off. But he forgot one important detail. Someone nearby had the courage and speed to ruin his entire plan.
Tuve que parar un poco un volanteo porque este weón le pegó, o sea, ando esperando que lleguen los carabineros porque el caballero andaba solo. Eso, pues tuve que parar un poquito.
Nothing ruins a robbery faster than basic physics and a locked gate. Suddenly, the thieves are trying parkour and still walk away with nothing.
You saw her hit me though.
Yeah, I got it all on tape. Ooh. girl. Just cooperate, girl.
That was a dramatic showdown, but somehow still absolutely hilarious.
Oh, Lord.
What do you think?
Oh my God.
A 57-year-old teaming up with two 24-year-olds to hack ATMs across Krasnoyarsk sounds like an unusual startup, except this one ended with criminal charges instead of profits. Instead of dinner and a peaceful night out in Louisville, this couple ended up chasing down a robber and making an arrest before finishing their meal. Somewhere in Bodular, there's a thief explaining how his robbery got shut down by a 12-year-old. That's not just karma. That's embarrassing. Stealing a charity box at Hull Paragon Interchange already isn't a great look, but getting taken down by a random pedestrian sticking out a leg makes it even worse. Probably the most overcomplicated bike theft I've ever seen. He put in all that effort just to get caught and pick up a vandalism charge too. I'm not judging, but trying to rob two people twice your size seems like a risky strategy. On Valentine's Day at a Walgreens in Bradenton, Florida, a robber jumped the counter demanding pain medication, but he didn't realize one of the customers nearby happened to be a state champion boxer. Robbery at 9:30 p.m., arrest at 9:30 and 15 seconds. Honestly, that's less a crime spree and more a very short career. Police arrived within minutes to the break-in at the 15,300 block of 104 Avenue, where the suspect was still trapped inside the store he had just robbed. Looked like they were filming a robbery movie. Too bad the title was Wrong House.
Robbery, man. Right. Hey, give me all your money, man. Everything you got, give me it now. All right. I need it now. All right. I can make it. Keep your hand where I can see him. I just started. What else you got? I just started. I don't have anything in my wallet. We can do this the hard way, or we can do this the easy wallet, and let me see your form. I need it all right now. If you don't want to die, man. Now. Okay. I'm not gonna hurt you. Just give me everything you got. Sorry, I don't have anything in my wallet.
Timing can change everything. And in this case, the driver's luck in Reading was having police directly behind him when the robbery began.
gun, he had it in my head. He had a gun in my head.
At just 16 years old, Kanan Bauer showed the kind of courage that can change an entire situation, stopping a suspected kidnapper before anyone was hurt in New Mexico. It was supposed to be a swift smash and grab in Stuttgart. Instead, it turned into a chaotic scuffle spilling from inside the store to the street. The two men flee empty-handed, while the injured but resolute jeweler remains standing. June 16th on Hero Way West, and the disguise of choice looks like it came straight from a laundry basket. Forget customer service, she went straight WWE mode. Complaint denied, laptop stays put. It's like a magic show in reverse. Shoes popping out of pockets, waistbands, hidden layers. I'm waiting for a rabbit to come out next. Confidence walked in. Handcuffs walked out. Don't miss the next batch of dumb decisions caught on camera. Only on Crime Cam USA.